Most of you know Amazon as the online marketplace where you can buy just about anything, from really useful everyday things to some of the strangest products you'll ever see. This place has it all, and now they have a selection of over 100 million products. Whenever you need something, you go to Amazon.com to order it. But do you want to know about some of the little, lesser-known things and facts about Amazon? Sit tight and continue watching, because here are the 10 things you didn't know about Amazon. Number 10. The beginning of Amazon. Founded and created by none other than the CEO of the company till this day, Jeff Bezos, it was made to be a book-selling website at first. But how did Bezos come to the idea to create an online store? Well, it all happened after he read a report about the future of internet shopping that projected annual web commerce growth at 2,300%. That shocked Bezos, and he quickly made a list of around 20 items that could be sold online, and he came to the conclusion that the mostly sold item would be books. He started off the business and founded Amazon by selling books at low prices from his garage. He believed in this company so much that he left an investment firm just to start Amazon, only months before he was scheduled to receive $1 million check. Even though he lost the money, he definitely did the right thing. Number 9. Almost had a different name. Could you imagine if Amazon had a different name? Known worldwide as the #1 best online store, this company just keeps growing and growing. But what if it was named Cadabra? Back in the day when they were trying to figure out how to name the online store, there were a few suggestions, but Bezos really liked Cadabra, as in the magic term abracadabra. But his lawyer quickly changed his mind, saying that many people might mistake it for cadaver, which would definitely not be good. Bezos then wanted to name it Relentless, and even though that also didn't end up as the name, Bezos liked it so much that he bought the domain relentless.com. And if you type this into your internet browser, it will direct you to Amazon's homepage. They finally settled on Amazon, and we're so glad they chose this name. Number 8. The meaning behind the logo. We did say how they got the name, but do you know what it presents and how they got to the logo they have today? As we said, they finally agreed on the name Amazon, and that comes from the largest river in the world. For the time, that fit perfectly, as they wanted their store to be Earth's biggest bookstore. The idea was that they had a vast and wide selection of books, just like the river is. For a while, their logo was simply of the river, and it was exactly just presenting the river. After a while, or to be exact in the 2000s, they changed their logo with the name Amazon and a little arrow below it pointing to the letter Z. Now, what that represents is the variety of products they have, or products from A to Z, as the first letter and the last letter of the alphabet. Number 7. Amazon working with the CIA. Hearing that Amazon has a deal with the Central Intelligence Agency is definitely a rather shocking thing to hear, and you might even think to yourself, what does Amazon have to offer the CIA? Well, let's make it simple for you guys. As of early 2013, the CIA started taking early steps into a massive cloud computing infrastructure to support the national security mission, and who better to develop it than Amazon Web Services? Amazon finally made a deal with the CIA worth $600 million in order to help them with the cloud computing. The information is planned to be used among the other agencies, such as the NSA. It'll be serving all 17 agencies that make up the intelligence community. So, it all works as a way of a better and improved communication within the agencies, so they can order on-demand computing and analytics services for the CIA. And don't worry, your Amazon Alexa is not recording all your conversations just for the CIA. Number 6. A CD-ROM was sold for $2,904,980,000. As for the highest priced item on Amazon goes, it can't get higher than this. Spending almost $3 billion on a CD-ROM developed for Windows 98? That sounds so insane. But as insane as it sounds, it actually happened. Back in 2010, there was a rather unusual item for sale on Amazon, an ancient CD-ROM. Despite the amusing old age, what makes this thing even more interesting is that the Amazon merchant put up a highly unrealistic price for the product. This is where Brian T. Klug comes in and decides he'll try and purchase it despite the massive $3.99 shipping cost. Well, he managed to purchase it. The whole purchase was processed, and he couldn't believe it. Shortly after the order had been placed, Amazon sent an email to Klug and informed him that it was unable to complete the order and that the order was canceled. And he also received a phone call asking if there was a cancellation email. Number 5. Amazon Markets. With as big of a company as Amazon is, Jeff Bezos likes to do things differently when it comes to his stores. For example, did you know he has a market with no checkout? How does that work? When the company first opened its doors to the Amazon Go store in Seattle, people started to form long queues waiting to go in. As we said, it doesn't have a checkout, but it has cameras and electronic sensors that will track every move you make and scan what you put in your basket. And when you leave, you'll be billed on your credit card. Sounds cool, right? But Amazon didn't stop there. After Bezos decided to buy Whole Foods for a shocking $13.7 million, he decided to spice things up a bit and introduce the customers to a whole new way of shopping, but this time with drones. Besides you getting your Amazon delivery via drone, you'll be able to get anything you want from Whole Foods and get it delivered to your front step with a drone. Number 4. Amazon hasn't paid federal taxes in 2 years. You probably think it's illegal not to pay your taxes, but in this case, everything was completely legal. From 2017 to 2018, Amazon's profits nearly doubled, and the company didn't need to pay taxes for 2 whole years. As for why that happened, it's because the US government has a policy called the R&D tax credit that encourages companies to spend its profits on research and development. So, because of that policy, the company spent $0 on taxes for those 2 years for over $11.3 billion in profit, and they somehow actually got a $129 million tax rebate. This only went on for 2017 and 2018, and after that the company continued to pay the federal tax they needed to pay. It might come as a shock to most of you for having this big of a company not paying a penny for taxes, but keep in mind that for a time, all of this was completely legal. Number 3. Amazon spends more on advertising. A lot of online retailers enjoy the good old advertising to show off their goods, and Amazon does it too. While you might think that there are a lot of companies overwhelming you with ads everywhere, they can't be compared to the Amazon online store. Spending way more money than they should on advertising, this company has spent over $7.2 billion just on marketing in 2016. If you put all the numbers together, that is far more than Walmart stores, Target, Home Depot, and many more all combined. But it wasn't all for nothing. After the increase in advertising, they noticed a 38% increase compared to the prior year, while total revenue grew 27% and product sales grew 19%. So we must say that Amazon really knows where to spend their money and where to save in order to have this type of an increase. Number 2. Crazy Christmas. Back in 1998, while Amazon was still a fairly new company, they went under a lot of tough times during the holiday season and almost didn't make it through. What happened was they were so unprepared and extremely understaffed that they just couldn't manage it all. The unexpected rush left everyone in shock, and most of the office workers were ordered to work second shifts every day for 3 weeks, packing boxes and answering emails. They even started running out of gift wrap, which made things much more difficult since finding gift wrap before Christmas is pretty much impossible. But somehow, the company pulled through the Christmas craziness and managed to process most of the orders on time. But even before this experience, the company decided that things had to change in 1999. Number 1. The dot-com crash. Even though Amazon survived the dot-com crash, it was hit pretty hard at that one point. From $100, its shares reached just $6. So, how did they survive it? Well, they got a bit lucky. Amazon raised a ton of money before the market crashed, giving the company the cushion it needed. But that doesn't mean they weren't close to going bankrupt. Bezos continued to stay an optimist about the whole situation. And if you waited a bit longer to raise those extra funds, Amazon now would be a forgotten company buried somewhere on the internet. What we found interesting enough is that a lot of what made Amazon successful was invented after the dot-com crash. Could you imagine a life without Amazon.com? On a related note, we wanted to know, did you already know some of these things? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.